It wouldn't be the first time two high-profile celebrities took a moment to breathe, reevaluate, and then find their way back to each other if they can sort out their differences. This scenario would match the couple's pattern of mixed signals, wearing rings some days, ditching them on others, occasionally showing up in public together, then going silent for weeks. But that hasn't stopped people from analyzing every move they make. The paparazzi snap photos of Ben out with his kids, ring nowhere in sight, while Jennifer looks stylish at a movie event, ring sparkling on her finger for the world to see. Comment sections online explode with theories. Are they staging some kind of will they or won't they scenario to keep tabloids guessing? Is there a strategy behind them never outright denying or confirming the rumors?
Ben Affleck breaks his silence about J-Lo, but more importantly, finally discusses that infamous documentary.
Ben Affleck is no stranger to the headlines, but this time, the buzz centers on whether his Hollywood fairy tale with Jennifer Lopez is already unraveling. After 2 years of marriage and a whirlwind reunion that took the world by storm, an unhealthy relationship dynamic. Though she never outright commented, the timing aligned with an uptick in rumors about tension at home. Around the same time, Ben was photographed walking around alone, with no ring on his finger, seemingly reinforcing the notion that he was checking out of their marriage. In addition, the pair had scarcely been seen together in public. She's juggling music projects, film releases, and diverse business ventures. Her brand thrives on an active, engaged audience that's eager to know what she's up to, personally and professionally. With every new project, she steps further into the public spotlight, a world she's always navigated with ease. Ben, by contrast, has been vocal about his preference for working behind the camera or focusing on roles that don't require incessant media scrutiny. Even when he promotes a film, he tends to stick to the essentials, steering clear of personal tidbits that might invite deeper speculation. Another sensitive factor might be the potential influence of past relationships. Jennifer still co-parents with Mark Anthony, while Ben co-parents with Jennifer Garner. Both ex-partners appear to maintain an amicable relationship with them for the sake of the children. The question is whether the demands and emotional complexities of blended families have added extra strain. The last thing any parent wants is for children to be pulled into a public spectacle, and that concern could explain why both Ben and Jennifer have been cautious about giving official statements. Industry insiders also note the couple's efforts to keep up appearances in certain instances. They occasionally step out for casual coffee runs or family events, possibly hoping to quell the rumor mill by showing that all is well, or at least not definitively over. But those efforts have only led to more speculation, with many reading their body language and concluding that the spark just isn't there like it used to be. It's a tough situation. The more they try to present a united front, the more fans and media delve into every subtle cue that suggests otherwise. Some argue that this could all be a tactic to control the narrative. High-profile celebrities are known to stage appearances when they need to direct the conversation, whether it's about a new film or a personal milestone. Others believe the pair is simply making the best of a strained situation, staying friendly enough to avoid drama, especially in front of their children. After all, both Ben and Jennifer have repeatedly said that their kids come first, regardless of romantic entanglements. Meanwhile, fans remain torn between hope and suspicion. On one hand, many want to see Jennifer succeed, to watch them prove that timing and maturity can make all the difference in a once-doomed relationship. On the other, the pattern of hush-hush separations, rumors of incompatible lifestyles, and fleeting appearances without rings makes the concept of a permanent, loving union seem increasingly unlikely. Some dedicated admirers, social media has also become a battlefield of speculation. Some fans think Jennifer is liking posts that subtly shade Ben or hint at relationship troubles, reading those interactions as confirmations of drama. Others believe it's all smoke and mirrors, that the couple is happily married and simply dealing with typical Hollywood stress. If anything, the swirl of conflicting narratives only underscores how successfully they've managed to keep the true nature of their relationship under wraps. Even their closest circles appear divided. One insider insists they're definitely at odds right now, but they're trying to handle it maturely. Another claims Ben is finally seeing that he can't live in Jennifer's world forever, while yet another insists they're far from over. This is just how they do things, privately. For longtime followers, it's reminiscent of their first go-round in the early 2000s, when tabloids spun story after story, leaving fans confused until the couple ultimately parted ways. Observers can't help but draw parallels between then and now. History might be repeating itself, especially since Jennifer's appetite for public events and Ben's preference for quieter moments haven't changed drastically drastically over the years. Despite the warmth and excitement they displayed in the days following their Vegas wedding, reality may have set in that they're fundamentally at odds about how to live life in the spotlight. What felt manageable or romantic in the early stages of reuniting, there's no denying the genuine affection and deep history they share. They're not just any Hollywood couple, they're Ben Affleck, the duo that captured the public's imagination decades ago, broke hearts when they split, then surprised everyone with a dramatic reunion that seemed to signal fate. For a while, it looked like a storybook ending, older, wiser, and finally ready to make it work. The possibility that it could fall apart again is heartbreaking for fans, who rooted for them to prove that love can conquer even the most persistent differences. So where does that leave them? For now, it appears they're navigating uncharted territory, separate living spaces, private house hunting missions, irregular appearances of wedding jewelry, and a swirl of rumors that shows no sign of slowing down. Jennifer continues to focus on her career, showing up at press events decked out in designer gowns, while Ben is often seen in more laid-back settings, whether he's grabbing coffee or running errands with his kids. Each time they're photographed, the world scrutinizes every detail, searching for signs of trouble or hope. Until they break their silence, the speculation will persist. It could be that they're simply giving each other breathing room to rebuild the foundation of their marriage. It's anyone's guess whether this is just a challenging chapter or the final page. The only consistent message from those who claim to have inside knowledge is that neither Ben nor Jennifer is eager to lay all their cards on the table. That aligns with Ben's long-running desire for privacy and Jennifer's newfound reluctance to address personal matters in interviews. Perhaps they've learned from past experience that oversharing only makes things worse. Alternatively, the hush could signify that negotiations, legal, financial, or emotional, are already underway. Their combined net worth is substantial, and if they do head for divorce court, we'll keep analyzing every ringless hand, every tension-filled press conference, and every cryptic social media gesture, trying to glimpse the truth behind the Hollywood curtain. Those in their circle also point to the couple's broader responsibilities. Jennifer's career shows no sign of slowing down. Rumors now suggest the couple is on shaky ground. From living separately to appearing ring-free in public, every clue points toward a serious rift. And while Ben typically avoids the spotlight on his personal life,
there was a point where all of us were so fascinated with this Ben Affleck drama. And I had to do this follow-up because he's finally opening up about it all the drama during that period.
Insiders claim he's finally decided to set the record straight about the divorce chatter. Is Ben Affleck truly on the brink? Or are these stories just smoke and mirrors? Stay tuned as we break down the latest twists in this Hollywood roller coaster. At first, it seemed like everything was going smoothly. They appeared blissful, supporting one another on red carpets, and speaking openly about how thrilled they were to finally make it down the aisle. Interestingly, a short while later, they were spotted attending a play to support one of Ben's children from a previous relationship. They appeared cordial, at least on the surface, proving that they haven't entirely shut each other out. Even so, fans noted the lack of typical affection that used to define their appearances. They weren't all over each other like they had been right after the wedding, which led many to suspect that they were simply putting on a unified front for the kids while grappling with deeper issues behind the scenes.